Every living thing comes from the mother of us all. If we can understand the mother, then we can understand her children. And if we know ourselves as children, we can see the source is her. And well, if your body dies, there's nothing to be frightened about. If you keep your mouth shut and stay inside, then you'll live a long time. If you blurt out what you think to everyone, then you won't last long. Value littleness. This is wisdom. To bend like a reed in the wind, that is real strength. Use your mind, but stay close to the light, and it will lengthen its glow right through your life. In a world such as we live in today, that is constantly sort of thrust about by the changing winds of who can convince us to be afraid of what, and that's a primary driver in our life. What are we most afraid of at the moment? And who are we considering to be those people or the others that we are afraid of? This verse says, if we know ourselves as children, we can see the source. And we can understand her children. We are all, at our root and at our core, the child that we were born into this world as. Or I shouldn't say into this world, we were born out of this world as, because we come out of this world, not into this world. So we were born out of this world as a child, and in many, many ways, that is what we persist as, but we put on this big cloak and dagger show, all of these smoke screens. We give ourselves clout, we find new positions and jobs and a purpose and a meaning, and, we fight for what's right. And we pit ourselves against those that we think that we should be fighting against, and we fear those that we think are coming to get us and to take away our freedoms and our way of life and all of this stuff. But in reality, as the Tao says here, we are all just children, including you and including me. It is us that is here. It's not us versus them. It is just a collective us. And the true wisdom here, as the Tao says, is to find ways to be more meek and more silent, and to not feel that you have to constantly be spouting out, finding somebody to light up, finding ways in which you can prove yourself right and others wrong. Now, this is challenging in the world of social media and in political environments where we are commonly and constantly sort of put in positions where we are supposed to be in fear of the other side. But remember, it's you, it's me, but mostly it's us. It is a collective us. It is the root of the saying, it takes a village to raise a child. And we've lost sight of that in modern society. But there are ways, even if we can't sort of enforce that way of life, of surrounding each child with a village that is willing to raise it. There are ways in which we can take that concept, that mindset, that frame of reference, and we can live that way out in the world. And if nothing else, use it as an experiment to see what happens.